Right. Okay, so something to look forward to this weekend at the Belleville Velodrome. The 4th of February is, of course, Cape Town's very own mixed martial arts fight league.
Yeah, it's called the Cape Town Fight League, and of course we have the two founders of the organization right here with us. We have Gary and Anthony, and they're going to be teaching us a whole lot of techniques today. We're going to be learning about sparring, brawling, sparring, crawling, grappling, tighting, hooking it up. I don't know what these
hooking it
are,
up,
guys.
That's not a fighting term.
We're going to enjoy ourselves.
Am I correct when I say safety first?
Safety first.
That's it.
Correct.
You see, that's why I'm protected and all good. And yes, all right.
And I was about to say that it was all fun and games until I got that knockout punch from Leanne in the kitchen. So kids, don't try this at home. My jaw was fully wild, so don't do it. Okay, cool. Right. So guys, let's talk about what's going to be happening this weekend.
This weekend at the Belleville Velodrome Cape Fight League 01 begins. It's an amateur mixed martial arts event for guys from around Cape Town to show what they're all about in a professional environment. So we've set up a nice big cage. We've got 3,000 seats available for the spectators to come and view us. We've got beautiful ring girls to hold up the ring cards when they walk around. It's going to be an extravaganza of mixed martial arts.
Yeah. Nice. And am I correct, this is Cape Town's kind of own fight league. That's why you guys kind of started this whole thing.
Cape Fight League is exactly that. Around Johannesburg and Durban and Pretoria, they have their own fight leagues. Yeah. And Cape Town was sort of falling behind not in the skill level, but in the amount of fights that our guys were getting. Yeah. Yeah. So Anthony and myself, obviously, have come together, and we're going to make it happen for Cape Town.
All right. And so Anthony, tell me how popular has the sport become, recently?
Well, it's internationally, it's one of the fastest growing sports, and yeah, it's very popular. People have moved away from the traditional martial arts and moving into mixed martial arts, and it's a natural progression in the way things are going. It's a skill that people need to learn, basically ground fighting and stand-up. So the guys train hard, they put in the hours, and they're pretty well-rounded fighters.
Okay, cool. And what about the skill level of the Western Cape fighters? Because this is essentially why you guys decided to do it here. So some talent down here?
Yeah, the skill level is extremely high. I mean, from a national level, we've got many champions at different levels, different weight divisions. Like I said previously, their skill level is of such a standard, but because most of the events are held outside of Cape Town and from an amateur perspective, you don't get paid to travel. So they need to travel to Joburg and Durban to do these amateur events. So we're going to do it in Cape Town for them to shine, and then, they will turn pro eventually, and then they'll get picked to fight at EFCs and so forth and so on, and actually get paid to do it. So this is the beginning for guys like Reggie and, for Dale and Sibusiso to really show their stuff.
Nice one.
I'm hoping we can see some action, because I know everyone at home wants to see some action happening down on our fighting mat. What do we call this area? Is this like
this is a mat. This is a sparring mat.
Sparring mat.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Can we get some demonstrations going while?
Sure.
Absolutely. We talk about what's going on.
Sibusiso and Dale, they're going to do some stand-up, which is the striking only. They're not going to do anything.
Not the stand-up comedy type thing. No, it's not funny.
No. This shouldn't be funny. So Dale and Sibusiso will go standing. They're going to do some sparring, kicking, and punching. Off you go, boys.
Right. Tell us about the safety equipment they've got on right now.
Okay, they have Dale and Sibusiso both wearing shin pads and obviously big boxing gloves, so that they can spar without getting injured. They're not wearing any head guards because they're not really going full out. They're going probably about 30%, if that, at the moment. Yeah. So that's what it's about.
Is that what you consider light sparring?
Yeah, this is light stuff, eh?
I don't even know if I want to step into that situation right there.
Dude, are you okay?
What was that called?
The good news is you next.
Yeah.
Am I next? What?
And then you next.
No, tell me about this. So tell me about, because it's MMA, right? Mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
What technique are they using right now?
Yeah.
Right now, this is what we would call stand-up striking. So they're punching and they're kicking, and they're throwing knees and they're throwing elbows. So this would be traditionally your boxing and kickboxing or Muay Thai skills. Okay. Yeah. So punching being boxing, obviously your kicking being kickboxing. The knees and elbows are traditionally coming from your Muay Thai art.
Yes, I'm like ducking and diving around this here. This is, I don't know if, I mean, can you, what type of person do you need to be? Like, do you need to be, someone that be able to take hits, or is it something that you kind of learn if you want to do the sport?
Anthony?
Well, look, a lot of skills involved. The guys have been training for a long time. Their bodies are conditioned. They train hard. They're fit and strong. So, yeah, they can take a lot.
Okay.
And so tell me, I want to know about, like, I've watched a lot of Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. Would that render me okay for this kind of, that kind of action?
A lot of, the thing about watching a lot of fight shows and fight things like that inspires a lot of people to get involved in the fight game. which is a good thing. So we want people to get excited about what they see on TV. But trust me, what you see on TV and movies is nothing. You know, everybody's got a plan until they get hit. You know what I mean?
Can we see another technique?
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Okay,
Thanks,
guys, break it up, break it up, break it up. Okay.
That's what we do after the fight.
They hug after the fight. All right,
Now
cool.
we'll have Reggie and Demetrius do some MMA ground sort of combatives.
Yeah.
So now they're going to do something from standing, and what happens when you no longer striking and you go to the ground? What happens then?
Yeah.
So now he's on the floor.
Oh my goodness.
And normally in a striking arch you would stand up. You wouldn't continue. But MMA is everything. It's striking, punching, kicking, knees, and now ground game.
Oh, look at
Submission.
that.
That's a triangle. And that's a tap.
What was that called?
That's called a triangle. What it does is it cuts the blood flow to the brain. And basically what happens after a few seconds is you see little dots, and then you go to sleep.
So that is the
you can tap.
intensity. That is the intensity of these literally cutting blood flow.
3 to 10 seconds.
3 to 10
You've got 3
seconds.
to
No
10
way.
seconds and you sleep.
And what you saw Reggie do there before he was going to pass out, he tapped. So he will physically tap on his opponent, and the referee would look for that tap, so then he stops the fight. Otherwise, you don't want guys passing out and getting hurt and injuries or anything like that. So safety first at all times.
Something I always wonder about, especially let's say when you have an organized tournament like this. Let's say, you know, Reggie's got some friends. If his friends see him getting beat up, they're not going to be like, and then get in and then try to help him like that. You know, it's organized, it's safe. People that come and watch.
Obviously it's in a very controlled environment as far as you know, the security around the ring and around the cage. You know, it's only the officials are allowed. And the referee, and of course it's all cordoned off. The guys can cheer as much as they want to and scream and shout. But yes, it's very, very safety first orientated. There are obviously always paramedics and doctors on hand should anybody get injured or hurt. We take care of our fighters.
And for those people who absolutely fighting fans out there.
If you don't tap, your knee or ankle will go.
Yeah, really?
Wow.
Oh my word. So for those fans, I mean, who can we expect some big fighters at the event?
Look, the main fight of the night is Chris Bright against Ian Chucky Swart. Two old at MMA and two big names. And it's a grudge match.
Yeah.
The two guys are looking forward to fighting each other.
Looking forward to fighting
they're looking forward to fighting each other, and it's going to be a good show. There's also a couple of heavyweights, Source Schrobbela fighting Chris Dupont, which should be a nice show. And there's a couple of big names going to be there. It's going to be a good show.
Right, and some rising stars as well, like the Reeds over here on the mat. What's his fight record currently, Anthony?
Reggie's 22-1.
22-1. And he's how old now? Just turned?
He's 17.
He's 17 years old, Reg.
That is excellent.
So,
Thank you very much, guys.
So let me get in there.
I think it's time for the St. Ryder dude to take on Blackie Chan.
Well done, guys.
All right, you ready for this, man?
I'm ready, bro.
What's your technique?
Hey?
Oh, what's
I'm
your
just going to
technique?
tackle you. I don't care.
Oh my word, look behind you.
No
Look
ways, man.
No, really, look at that. It's amazing. We'll see you after the break.
Stay with eXpresso and SABC3.